Hey guys, it's Lewis from Recycle Bicycle Sales here. We did a video a couple of months ago talking about 5 top tips to improve your cycling, and we got such good feedback on that video. So we wanted to give you 3 more. Let's dive into it. So the first tip that I want to talk about is a track stand. What I'm doing right now is called a track stand. I'm standing up on the bike and I'm keeping my balance without putting my foot on the floor. Sometimes you see cyclists doing this at the traffic lights. Usually it's a little bit of a I'm showing off kind of thing. This is a tip to improve your cycling because it gives you a little bit more control over the bike. You understand how the brakes work, how to keep your balance, understanding your surroundings, like I'm listening to what's happening around me. Anyway, let's talk about how to do it. So when we're talking about learning how to do a track stand, step number 1 is come to a halt. You don't just want to stop quickly, you want to come to a nice controlled stop. Step number 2 is find a fixed spot that you can stare at rather than looking around at all of the different things around the place. You want to be staring at a fixed location. Step number 3 is stand up and pick which foot you need to have forward. This is what's going to help you keep your balance. Step number 4 is allow the bike to rock back and forth while feathering the front brake if it gets a bit too far away from where you are, so you can pull it back so that you've got balance over it again. And we're just going to rock back and forth until the traffic light turns green. So the next tip that I want to talk about is high speed cornering. We spoke about low speed cornering in the last video, and this one's about high speed cornering. So we found a nice wide corner here that we can ride our bike through at a high speed. And I think there's a few little points that I want to hit within this sort of topic. Step number 1, as you're coming into the corner, you want to be sort of thinking about where the apex is. What the apex is the center of the corner. So what we want to do is make sure we try and hit that apex so that we have the best angle that we can have going through the corner. We don't want to square it off. We want it to be a nice and smooth angle around the corner. So spot the apex. And then once you've spotted the apex and you're on your way there, now it's time to start looking at the exit of the corner. Usually, if we want to hold as much speed as we can through the corner, we want to start wide, cut into the apex, and then finish out wide around the corner as well. So when we're looking at the exit of the corner, we're looking out to the edge of the road. Another tip that I want to mention here as well is that when we're coming into a high speed corner, different to a low speed corner, we're not steering the handlebar that much. We're really doing more of like a lean of the bike. That's what's going to get us around the corner. If we were to just try and steer the handlebars, first of all, you'll probably crash. But second of all, the bike's not going to steer exactly as you tell it to because the tires are not going to hold that sort of grip. So we're going to lean the bike through the corner. That's going to give us the best chance we can to get through the high speed corner. So in this example, we're going to be turning left down this side street. It's a pretty high speed corner. So we're going to start by coming in nice and wide. We don't want to be on the inside of the road. And then as we come through, now we're trying to spot where the apex is. We're trying to look here at the apex of the corner, the center of the corner, as we're coming into the corner. Once we start exiting the corner, now we're looking towards the outside of the corner so we can carry as much speed as we can through the corner. I would be saying our eyes are moving over here now. To me, I would be saying the exit of the corner would be nice and wide, probably out around here. So we're trying to finish the corner about here, and then we can start pedaling and gaining our speed back through the next straight section. I forgot to say, you've got to put your outside leg down as well. That's going to help you keep your balance when you're going around the corner. The outside leg is, I probably don't need to explain what the outside leg is. On the walk home here, we spotted cyclists' arch nemesis, the pothole. So I wanted to jump through another little tip that I wanted to teach you in this video, which is the bunny hop. We're going to use this pothole to show you how to do a bunny hop. So the first thing that we should probably mention here is the bunny hop is not necessarily designed for road bikes. It's not the best thing you should be doing, but it's the best get out of jail free card that you've got when there's a nasty pothole like this. Although I would also say if you're riding along with a group of friends, so if you're the cyclist riding along behind me, you can't see the pothole that's in front of me. One thing that I like to do is I purposely go a little bit next to the pothole so I miss it, and I'm pointing down like this so that the person behind me knows that there's some sort of hazard coming up. So how do we do a bunny hop? Well, it's actually all just about moving your body weight around on the bike. What we're trying to do is move our body weight to the back really quickly, and that's going to help lift the front wheel off the ground. And then we can move our body weight forward again, which will hopefully lift up the back wheel. You could even think of it as like going over a wave, kind of like how a dolphin would. We're just going up the front, and then it's sort of coming down across like that. If this seems like it might be a little bit difficult and you happen to be wearing your clip-in pedals, you could also, I'm gonna say cheat a little bit and just pull up on everything. You can pull up on your hands and on your feet at the same time. You won't be able to jump very high, and it's, I would say, a little bit uncontrolled, but it'll get you out of trouble if there's a nasty pothole like this in front of you. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope these tips were useful for you. If you reckon that there's any other tips that you'd like to know about that you think that we might be able to teach you, let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear some feedback. Otherwise, we'll see you back at the shop and on the next video. See ya.